Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? I'm Chidi here for Take It Back, and I'm the next governor of Enugu State come 2019. Um, I'm running under the platform of Take It Back movement, and later we're going to be announcing the platform that we're going to be using for our campaign and for the elections. I'd like to thank every one of you who has set out time to be part of this broadcast. I think it's because you're concerned about what is going on in Nigeria. I think it's because you feel you have a stake in the future of our country. That's why you would give up whatever you're doing to be part of this broadcast. This broadcast is so important to me that I'm going to wait a little while for some other people to log in. I'm also going to ask that you please share this video. Make sure that a lot of people get to be part of this video, and just share it. That's one thing I'm going to ask you to do for me. Just share it, and then let us see what we can get out of this. Obu Stanley, thank you so much. Chiboza, thank you. Kathy Emma, Barrister Emma Balugo, thank you. Chuka Chima, thank you very much. Empotech, Godwin, Erica. Erica is helping us in the back studio. Zainab Bangura, thank you so much. Thank you all for coming on this broadcast. Omoware Jite, thank you very much. I don't want anybody to miss anything, so I'm gonna wait a little while before we get into this. I already advertised it, so a lot of people know. I am optimistic that a lot of people will join in. If you are interested in saying something, please do let me know. Send me a request, and I'll be able to get you on. Obina Orapa, if you would want to be part of this, please let me know. Stephen Ashi, thank you so much. All of you, I really thank you. Today we're going to be talking about EKITI State, and I titled this broadcast EKITI Blood Money. That's the title of my broadcast. EKITI Blood Money. I'm going to wait for 2 more minutes, and I would go fully into this broadcast. As I said before, I'm going to ask for one favor, that you share this video. Just put your finger on it and click share, and invite as many of your friends as possible, or just share it on your timeline, or copy the link and share it on WhatsApp. But let's get as many people as possible tuned into this broadcast. You see, the greatest challenge we have right now, those of us who are concerned about Nigeria, the greatest problem we have, or the greatest challenge that we are facing now, is being able to educate the masses, being able to educate those who don't understand what is going on. You see, people know what they're going through. People know the situation in the country, in our country, Nigeria, but they lack education of the real intricacies of the situation in Nigeria. They know they are hungry. People know they don't have money. People know they are sick. People know they live under terrible conditions, but they can't wrap their head around what they should do. And so it is important that we educate people, because these are the people that we are wooing. These are the people we are preparing to take back their country. These people need to be educated. So every one of us who is privileged, who is blessed, who has the grace of God to be able to be exposed to education, to be exposed to modern lifestyle, to be exposed to technology and media. One assignment we have is to educate those of us who are even exposed to media, but they cannot break down the situation in the country. It is so shameful, and I cannot stop saying this, that the sharing of money during voting, during election, has become a norm now. It has become enshrined in our society. It is a terrible shame, and it is something very serious. It is something that gives me a lot of concern, and if you understand how quickly things can deteriorate in a nation, you too should be concerned. I felt like crying when I was watching those videos and coming out of BBC. That before, people will post things on social media and we will attack them and say, how are you sure? Why are you spreading this kind of thing? Get your facts right. But when you hear it from BBC, when you see BBC, even if my worship media is not credible, even if Sahara Reporters is not credible, at least we think that BBC is credible. Even though we know that Sahara Reporters is very credible and BBC even takes their news from Sahara Reporters and makes reference to them, but even if you don't believe them, at least you will believe BBC. And BBC showed people collecting money to sell their votes. The thing I want to let you understand today is that last week, not just last week, but several weeks ago, not just several weeks ago, month in, month out, on the roads of EKITI, on the express road that is closest to EKITI, on the express road that is bringing people into EKITI, there were multiple vehicle accidents. Not just one person died, plenty people died. And we all wept, and we're all heartbroken, and we all complained. We don't even have statistics of these accidents because sometimes they happen and we just carry the people, we put them into vehicles and we rush them into the hospital. We rush them to the hospital. There is no documentation by the Federal Road Safety Commission. There is no documentation by the police. The people don't even know which hospitals are people. You just go and take care of your person because there's no accident. There's no response unit, there's no ambulance, there's no emergency unit on the roads. And so we cannot even keep an accurate statistics of those road accidents. But that's not my point. My point there is that these road accidents are caused by so many factors. Factors like poor infrastructure on the roads, like even just signs. Sometimes there are speed bumps on the road. You know the speed bumps that they put on the road. But there is no sign showing you that there's a speed bump there. Sometimes there's a road mark on the speed bump showing you that, look, there are bumps ahead. But the road maps have, the road paint, the marks have cleaned off, but nobody put a new mark on them. So the driver speeds to that point, doesn't know that there's a road bump because it's new on that street. He goes into it with full speed and the car takes off into the air. Somersaults, people die. It is not that there was no money released for even the, I'm just taking simple things. It's not that there was no money released for that paint mark on the road, but somebody ate that money. Somebody took that contract that was supposed to have built the road and made provision for maintenance, including that road mark. Somebody ate that money. Somebody actually kept that money, saved it for election time. And so people died on that road. Plenty of people died on that road because there was no mark, because there was no signboard to show us that there was a road bump. Guess what? All those people that died, their blood is on the head of that person who took that money and pocketed it and didn't do what they were supposed to do. There was a contractor who built that road. who was supposed to have like 15 mm of asphalt on that road, or even 10 mm of asphalt on that road. But instead of using 10 mm, because of all the mago that had gone into the contract, because of the kickback and the kick front, and money that was taken out of that contract and reserved by the party for election, the contractor did not build that road well. There was an engineer who was supposed to supervise the contractor. The engineer did not supervise the contractor. So guess what? The contractor just had like 5 mm of wearing cost on that road. Because there was only 5 mm, the rains came down. The road could not withstand the rain because the structure of that road had been compromised, and so there was a crack in the road, and it expanded into a pothole, because when the rain was falling, it cooled down the road. When the sun came out again, the road heated up. When the rain came again, it was cold. So the cold and the hot weather that was affecting the road caused exfoliation. Exfoliation is when something like just peels out, and so you just see the road separating itself from maybe sometimes it's just asphalt directly on soil with no hardcore layer. So what did we end up with? We end up with a big pothole. The pothole continued to expand. Very soon, somebody who plied that road last week, and there was rain on like 2 days, a week after he had plied on that road, he comes back to that road, does not realize that there's been a big pothole, because these potholes, it grows so wide so fast because that road is not properly done. And so he gets into that pothole, his car lifts into the air, it falls into a ditch. It's a car, a 35-seater bus, the somersaults, and all. He enters the pothole, veers off the road, a trailer hits them, all the 35 passengers die. The blood of those people that died is on the head of that contractor that ate that money. It is on the head of that politician who used that money that he got as kickback from the contractor to do election. Now let us come to Ekiti election. And so you Ekiti people, even though people died from that road, even though when they took the people who didn't die, people who were still breathing, people who were bleeding, when they took them to the hospital, there was no resuscitation equipment to resuscitate those people who they could have brought back to life. There was no, you know that one they used to shock doctors, you know. They didn't have that, because you've seen, I live in Canada. Here, people go into shock, their heart stop beating, and 10 minutes later, they're even resuscitated back to life because of good equipment. So when you rush them to that hospital, there was no equipment. There was no drugs. There was not enough, there was no light in the theater to perform a quick surgery to save those people who survived the accident. You know why? Because there was money that was released for somebody to buy equipment for that hospital, but that person ate the money. Not just that they ate the money, they gave money to the contractor. They give money to the person in government who gave them the contract. They gave them a huge percentage. Now that person in government took that money because they were planning for election. And so the cycle keeps going on and on. It happens in the local government level. It happens in the state level. It happens in the national level of the political parties who were involved in that Ekiti election. And so during the election, all this money that they gathered that made the accident to happen and kill all those hundreds of people on your roads, all those monies that they gathered that made them that made them not to have drugs in the hospital, and your children kept on dying. They gathered all that money and they came to Ekiti State last weekend and they gave you 2,000 naira. They gave you 3,000 naira. They gave you 4,000 naira. Guess what? That 4,000, 5,000, 3,000 is blood money. And the blood of those people who died as a result of the eating of that money, as a result of the corruption that was involved in getting that money, their blood is crying over your head right now. That money, how far you've eaten, The money has finished now. For some of you, what did they buy? What did 4,000 buy for you, sir? Let me ask you. How far? So you took 4,000. You took 5,000. Did it not finish? Oh, you thought that was the end of the war. You thought after that 5,000, and you that took the 5,000, you are the one that called on the phone and said you are hungry. You're the one that called on the phone and said you don't have clothes. You're the one that called on the phone and you say you're sick, you cannot buy drugs. Guess what? Did the 5,000 suddenly buy all the drugs that you needed? Please tell me, did the 5,000 pay school fees for your little one that is at home, that is actually hawking when others are in school? Did the 5,000 solve that problem? Did this 5,000 buy fuel for your generator? Did the 5,000 provide pipe-borne water for you? Answer me now. Answer me. Your slippers is peeled out. Your leg is touching the hot sun, the hot ground. Did the 5,000 solve your problem? It did not. But you took that 5,000. 5,000. You did not ask how the money was gotten. Well, I'm here to tell you this afternoon that money, ignorance is not an excuse for you. That money that they gave you is blood money. Anybody who takes money for this election and do you know what you sold? You just sold your conscience. It's like when you sell your heart to the devil. Because these people who do these things, they don't have a human heart. They have the heart of the devil. Honestly, child mortality in Nigeria is so high. Children don't survive. Why? Because there are not enough drugs to take care of them in their early days. In advanced countries like Canada here, my kids from when they were born, they kept going back for one kind of immunization or the other. When they go to school, the school will check and say, if you have to show a card, if your child has not been immunized, they will not accept them in school. They will not, imagine, they will not drive you away from school because you don't have money, because education is already free. But they will drive you away from school because you did not inoculate your child, because you did not immunize your child, not their own child. This is how much they care about your own child. And so children survive. But in Nigeria, these children don't survive because they ate the money that was supposed to use for immunization. The women die on giving birth in child labor because there is not enough facilities to take them through antenatal. They don't go for antenatal. When they go for antenatal, they just go there, clap hands, sing song, and then go home. Not good drugs. A lot of people die because they are injected with material that is not. Drugs have powder in them. Drugs have salt and sugar in them. And somebody is diagnosed with a very serious illness. The doctor has done their job. The pharmacist is there to give the drug. They gave the drug, but guess what? Somebody imported fake drugs, and so they took these drugs and they died. And you want to tell me that it is not blood money, that it will be well? It will not be well with you at all. So you see, I just want you to know, if you're in EKITI and you're watching this, and you took money from a politician, you took money from an APC member, you took money from a PDP member, because there is we are not guessing anymore. And no APC person has come to deny. I was so furious with the one Fayemi that INEC declared as governor. I was so furious. I hid my hand in shame. If I was his son, how would I feel? How would his children feel watching their father saying that the election was free and fair? And yet we saw you distributing rice to old women to vote for you. And yet we saw you people giving money to people, and they said, yes, it's Fayemi people that gave us money. How can you say that the election was free and fair? That's why you people are not attacking. Come on, PDP is attacking APC. Are you serious? Like, are you really serious? Are you kidding me? Why are you attacking them? You both of you rigged, and the other person rigged the other person out. You shared money. How did you get that money? Where did that money come from? And you people of EKITI State, you were collecting this money. How could you have been collecting this money? Money that was taken from you. How many people have been shot by armed robbers in EKITI State? Who are these armed robbers? Your young men who finished from the university. Those days are gone when, you know, armed robbers are just hard thieves who didn't go to school, who are not educated. No, now you have armed robbers as graduates, as doctors. There was this one in the news some time ago of an armed robber who was a medical doctor. And there's even one of an armed robber a guy who was involved in armed robbery, who at a time was even in Canada. So don't get me wrong, I'm just using EKITI as a talking point. But is this because of just what just happened this weekend that is making me address EKITI people? Because I've tried to talk to some of you, and some of you are trivializing these issues. I'm contesting for the governor of Enugu State. I'm very serious about it. And a lot of you have texted me and said, Chidi, you don't understand. This is the way things are done here. This is how elections are done here. Chidi, you better go and find money. You better go and find, because if you don't have money, yes, election costs money. But don't tell me that I have to, if I have to distribute money to you for you to vote for me, don't vote for me. For me, it's not a do or die. Listen, it's not a do or die affair. I am here to exercise my rights. I know my rights. God has given me the grace to be educated. God has given me the grace to know what time it is. God has given me the grace to know that this is what has been provided by the constitution of my country and my state. This is my time. This is the time for my generation. So if I don't do it, I'll always say I will be restless in my grave, because when I had a chance to speak up, when my generation was given a chance, I shut my mouth. Nobody is even preventing me. Nobody is stopping me from contesting. That's why I'm contesting. It's not because I have all the money in the world. God has blessed me. I'm comfortable. And with what I have, my duty is to be able to tell my people that, hey, this is what is not right. This is what you have, but you can have better. These are the ways that things are done. Not tell me to go and pack money. Money from where? I work hard. I'm an architect. I have a construction company in Canada. I work every day. I work my ass off. My wife works too. Yeah, we don't have housemaid. We take care of our children. We take them to school, bring them back from school. You go to work. We'll buy. When I buy things, I have to load them into the truck. I have to bring it down from the truck. I have a master's degree. I have a doctorate degree. Don't you understand? Here we work hard, and then I make all this money. Then I come and line people up and be distributing money to them. You will wait forever. You will wait. What I am there to tell you is how we can get our money from these people that have stolen our money. When we get money from federal government, from the office of the Accountant General of the federal government to the office of the Accountant General of the state, we don't know what happens. And next thing, workers are not paid. Hospitals don't get drugs. Roads are not built. There's no potable water. People are hungry. There's no books in our schools. Don't you get it? Somebody has your money. Let's go and get that money, and so that we will all be comfortable, so that your children can have jobs, so that we can attract. I have traveled around the world. I have made very big business contacts. There is so much that we can do. I keep hammering on farming. I have friends. I have people who have farms that can feed the whole of my state. One person, and I will show you. I will show you. You will see a farm that one man has. You will see that it goes for hectares upon hectares upon hectares. One person. If you brought that kind of infrastructure, if you brought that kind of agricultural infrastructure to your state, for instance, as the governor, why will people be hungry? Everybody will be fed. We will be so fed that we will have enough for us to now sell to people. That's what it should be. That's what a good leader should do. We will bring water from wherever that water is, the nearest place. We will pipe it to people's homes so they don't have to expend so much energy looking for water. Some of you, you wake up in the morning, you look for water, you spend 6 hours to get the water that you use. But then you need water to cook, you need water to shower, you need water to drink, and you need water to wash your clothes. So how many hours do you spend in a day? This same water, somebody sits down, I want to drink water, I just take water and drink. I don't stress myself. You see how easy it is? This thing I've done now, that is not, it's in milliseconds. For somebody else in one remote village, it takes them, they have to wait for the rain to fall, or they have to go to another village, or go to where somebody dug a well, and then in doing that they contract waterborne diseases, and then some of them die. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the armed robbers are young people now who don't have jobs, who don't have a direction, whose future have been taken away from them by old useless politicians who have raped them. And now they've turned to armed robbery and they are killing your people. Instead of you being angry with the politician who contributed to these things, instead of you being angry to the person who stole your money and is now coming to give you peanuts, you go and stand there and collect that money from him. When you collect that money, you go and vote for him. All you're saying is, sir, please continue doing what you were doing to me. I clap for you. Please, sir. I know you took money for the other road. Please come and go and scrape the quota in the other road and go and sell, sir. Thank you very much. Because this money that you have spent now, okay, you need to recover the money. So you know what? Because we are all together in this thing, because we like the way that you stole the money for drugs in the hospital this time around, please come and take off the roof from the hospital and go and sell, so that you can recover this money that you used to give us now. Because guess what? This money that they distributed to you, you know how much that money was? They have to recover that money first before you can begin to think of. So in the whoever starts ruling you, I don't want to hear you open your mouth to say hey, waiting that money. Oh, because only you chop 5,000, multiply 5,000 by maybe 10,000 or 20,000 people. Do the arithmetic. 20,000, 5,000. How much money? 200,000, 5,000. So you think the person will just throw the money away? You will not recover it? You're joking. You're kidding. They will recover it, and guess what? How they're going to recover it? They'll wait till they begin to get money, remove that money. I have someone who is asking to be part of the program. I just added you. Anytime you're able, you can come and make your contribution for like 2 minutes, so you can give other people an opportunity. Let's see what some people are writing. I like the part that people waiting for money will wait forever. Oh yes, they will wait forever. Me, my hard-earned dollars, we will use the money to like do our campaign office. We'll use the money to make our posters, our flyers, transportation going around and educating. My duty is to educate you. My duty is to tell you the truth. You have a choice. If you see what I'm telling you and you think it will bring about progress in our state, then you vote for me. If you think that the other person who is trying, but all you can say is just trying, oh, they build road, oh, we have to wait 8 years again because it has been zoned to one senatorial zone. If you think that's the system that you prefer, a good life by God's grace. Honestly speaking, people say, Chidi, when you talk like this, you brag. No, I'm not bragging. That's the reality of it. I kept telling you, and it's by God's grace. I have worked hard, but God has also blessed me abundantly. And because of that, I don't have to. I really don't have to go to Nigeria. I don't. I'm a Canadian citizen, and I am well provided for. Okay, it's not bragging. I just give glory to God. So when you see someone trying to really go back home and be part of the solution, it is because we all are concerned. Whether you're living in Nigeria, whether you're living in the diaspora, I really applaud anybody who steps up and wants to be part of this Take It Back movement. That's why when Shore, stepped up, we looked at him, we analyzed him, and we saw that his passion was real. We saw that his zeal was real, and we were willing to take a stand behind him. And I know that since his passion is genuine, and his motive is real, God will see him through. And God will see all of us through. And people will stand and see it, and they'll be surprised. So EKITI people, you people have done very, very wrong. You people have really, really disappointed us. You guys need to go before God and apologize. Yes, because you just sold your children's future. That unborn child who is hoping to grow up and have a better life. I see my children go to play in the park. I see my children just stay and just enjoy life. It's their holiday. And this is what I wish for every Nigerian child. This is what I wish for every child in my state. But in my state, every park has been sold. No, when we were growing up in Enugu, they had Ngo Park. They had so many little parks where you could go and play. Those things are not there anymore. The zoo has been sold. So many things are not working. And you in EKITI State, that child who was going to enjoy free education, that child who was going to enjoy so many things of life that is supposed to come to them for being born in a rich nation called Nigeria, the richest nation in Africa, that child will suffer because you took that blood money. I'm telling you, it's not a joke. You better find a way to return that money, because the blood of all the people who died in accidents, the blood of all the people who died in the hospital because somebody ate the money that was supposed to be provided, that was supposed to be used to provide those, their blood is on your head. That is the truth. I'm telling you. That's just the truth. Basically, this is what I wanted to tell you. I wanted you to know that the money you have in your pocket right now is blood money. If you put it in an account, that money is going to pollute every other money in your account, because it is blood money. I don't know how people are able to just go to a child, and the milk that they put in their mouth, you go and grab that milk out of the child's mouth, and you go and you start drinking that milk, and the child dies out of malnutrition. And you say, oh Chidi, when did I go and see a child drinking milk and take that milk? Let me tell you something. I'm a minister of the gospel, and people, you don't usually see me carry the Bible and preach from the pages of the Bible and make, I'm not saying it shouldn't be done. There's a time for everything, but I'm just preaching to you, just in case you don't know. That's what I'm doing right now. You say, Chidi, when did I see a child and take out their feeding bottle from their mouth? Well, guess what? When you denied the mother of the child from having access to a job, when that mother is so poor that they cannot even provide for their child, you just took that feeding bottle from that child. You're wicked. You just took that, and you go, you travel abroad, you have 20 cars, you have 10 houses, you have houses in Abuja and everywhere, and this poor mother cannot even feed their child, and you're asking me, when did you take the water bottle? Keep waiting. You will hear one day. And now you come and you bring money to EKITI State and you're distributing it, and you want us to clap for you, and you think you'll go unpunished. I'm just telling you that it's collecting the money. Leave the people with this, leave them with their wahala. Leave them. When they start suffering from heart attack and stroke and high blood pressure and all kinds of complications, and they are flying all over the world, leave them. Oh, you don't want to be part of it. Don't share in that thing. I'm telling you, because all these people who carry all this kind of money, it doesn't go well with them. Oh, they come here. We see them. They come here. They come here to take treatment secretly. They have all kinds of things plugged in them. You don't know. So you, with your small life that you're living, please don't be attracted by what is even 5,000 sell. Why should you sell? Why 5,000? Is it worth it? Please, what I'm educating you about now is this. You don't need that 5,000. Why? Because it does not solve your problem. Let's think about tomorrow. And the age-old proverb about when someone feeds you, when somebody gives you food, when somebody gives you money, they feed you for that day. They feed not even for the whole day, they just feed you for that meal. But when someone teaches you how to feed, then they feed you forever. We are here in the Take It Back movement to teach you how to feed. We are here to teach you how to make it. And the first thing you need to do is to recognize the source of your problem. These people that are giving you money, they don't love you. They don't care about you. If they cared about you, they would have made sure that you are not in a position where 5,000 is a big deal to you. If you had good jobs, if your children had good jobs, then you, the elders that go and line up and the worst is when an able-bodied young man stands in that line to collect $5,000. I was talking to some students, and one student said, "You know what, bros, you need to send us money, I beg. Send us money first before we hear what you they talk." I'm like, you, a young man like you, me, I didn't steal money. I work hard, and then I come and just give you the money. One day I'm going to do a video. I do architectural drawings. We can stay in the office and do all our drawings, nice, wear suit and all that. But we can also go to site, change into our work clothes, handle machines, and do the work. One day I'm just going to go take up a job, take up a menial job at the job center, and let some of our young people see that there is no job in this world that I cannot do. I can clean a toilet and get paid. I'll just go take and see. I will change to a workload and clean a toilet, and then you see me get paid, and you see how much money I'll get paid. Then I'll ask you, do you want me to wire this money to you? Do you want me to send you this money? And let me see your answer. So the message out there, you're not just selling your vote, you're not selling your PVC card, you are selling your future, and you are partaking in the blood money that has been tainted. You see, when they expose this, these people don't keep monies in their bank. They keep this money stored in boxes. They swear to a lot of funny things that you don't know. They kill people and use their blood to do all these rituals. And now they give you this money and you take it. And I am not part of the people who say take the money and go and vote for the other person. No. Don't joke with alliances. Don't joke with blood alliances. Don't joke with God honors contracts. If you have promised someone that you take money and vote for them, and you take that money and you don't vote, now you break the contract, anything will happen to you. Now you sabi. I'm telling you, you cannot go to God and say, hey, it's my money, we took it. That's a very, very warped idea. I keep hearing it in Nigeria. Take the money from them and vote for another person. No, you don't know what you're going into. You're going into a blood covenant. That person, you don't know what they did with that money. And now you take the money and you say you're going to vote for the other person. You have broken the contract that you have with them. The point you take that money, you have signed a contract with them, and you must perform your part of your contract, because they have performed their own part of the contract. You are the one that is defaulted, and you are the one that's going to be double punished. First, because you got yourself entangled in blood money. Secondly, because you broke a covenant. So just stay clear from this thing. Just stay clear. Let's work together and let us take back our money. Let's take back our country, and there will be enough for everybody. Then you don't have to go and take $5,000. 5,000 naira. What is 5,000 naira, for God's sake? $1 is 285 naira. So just imagine. So $10 is 2,750. So about $20 would be around 5,000. So $20. The poorest person here works $11 an hour. In 2 hours, they made that money that they gave you. Not a whole day. They're going to work for 8 hours. But in 2 hours, they made that money for which you sold your birthright. Somebody gets that money in 2 hours. By the end of the day, they've got that money 4 times. One day. By the time they work 1 week, guess what will happen? Why is this happening? Because this is a place that the system works. What are we telling you we're bringing back to Nigeria and working with? Don't get me wrong every time I talk like this. But you see, those of us, the professionals in Nigeria, the smart people, the people who are bold, the people who want to, the people who are is it incorrupted or uncorrupted that are there, they have been muzzled down. When they talk, they slam them, they lock them up. All of these people, it's difficult for them to even express themselves anymore. On social media, they target them. When you talk, they clamp you down. And so a lot of the hope of a lot of people is in the hands of those of us who have stepped up to challenge the system. It's not going to be easy. The road is going to be rough. It's going to be dangerous. But like I said in one interview I had with NTA some time ago, when I live this life, because we're all going to die one day, I want to be squeezed like a wet towel. You know, when you squeeze all the water out of the towel, there's nothing left. I don't want to go to return back to my creator carrying any idea in my head. I don't want to go back not exposing my talent for the good of my people. Whatever I can do while I still have my breath, I'm going to do all of that. And so, please don't sell your vote. Don't sell your vote. Don't sell your conscience. And for those of you who took that money, it was blood money. You better find a way to make restitution. If you're able to take it back to the person that gave it to you, just take it back to them. I'm telling you, you are worth more than that. You cannot be summarized and calculated and say 5,000 is what you want, because you only get one chance. This is your life. This is your own right, God-given right, and you just carry the right and you dash to somebody else. My name is Chidi. I'll ask that you support the Take It Back movement. Shore is doing so much. I really applaud him. I'm encouraged by his tenacity. I'm encouraged by the zeal at which he does what he does, traveling all around the world, sensitizing young people. And I'm encouraged by so many young people who have indicated interest in our movement. If you have not heard about the Take It Back movement, we're going to share links in this video where you can go and be part of the Take It Back movement, or find out what is happening. If you don't want to be part of the Take It Back movement, just make sure that you become politically active. Otherwise, if we miss it in 2019, I don't know when we get another chance. I'm running for the governorship of Enugu State. If you're from Enugu State, I ask you to join me so that we can make Enugu State better. Enugu State deserves better than what we have right now. This is 2018, and we need to check our time and know what time it is. Thank you so much, Eberen Kwanta. Thank you, NSFia, Architect Sefia. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kola, my man. Thank you for watching. Thank you, First Man Idiahi, Emeka Ebuzumbemana. Thank you, Samuel Kure. Thank you so much, Valentine Echazana. Hey, Val. Thank you, my brother. Yezuan Naomi, Fobamia, thank you so much. There's a lot of you that I can't see right now on my screen, but I know you're watching. Auntie Ruth, thank you. I see you. Hey, AKD Gaba, thank you so much. That's my Canadian brother. Thank you, Paul Kazanovsky. Thank you, Zen Josh. Thank you, Uchenna Obonna, Obi Ife Diotu, Nriago. Oh, thank you so much, Obi. Thank you for signing in. And that's another of my Canadian sister. Ayobami Adumbi, hello, thank you. Josie, hey, thank you, my sister. Thank you, Matthew Olajide, Uchechi Keke, Ifoma Chibogu, Josie again, Ikem Okuhu, Ogechi Elekwa, Tracy Aigbe, thank you so much. Adeyemo Razak, hey, Razak, thank you. Thank you so much, Razak. You need to be in the Take It Back movement, my brother. Architect Razak. Paul Tochukwu, thank you. Evangelist Adetun Ademiju. Fumi, oh, Barrister Fumi Kazim. Thank you, madam. Thank you for joining in. Aqua, as a Victor. Mary Ann Aikpo Ikoku. Thank you, Mary Jumoke. Mati Miloju Oyenusi. Thank you. Amadoka Chinemelum Ogu Eleka, thank you. He says Nigeria is a useless country. Why are you still wasting time with Nigerian issues? My sister, I have family in Nigeria. I have loved one. I have friends. So we can never give up Nigeria. We're going to take it back one of these days. Helen Isaac, thank you. Dwayne Wellington. Oh, thank you, Dwayne. Thank you for signing in. Nosa Igbinosa, thank you. I'm going to go see if someone wants to be part of this. I can add you. Just send me a request. And before we round up this video, Jonas Ambisa, thank you very much. Hey, Katia Velino, this is Toronto's top blogger. Katia, my sister, thank you. Ernest Tagama Okoli, thank you, Ernest. Thank you, Luna Lolly. Thank you, John. Hey, Chief John Ihunwe's architect, thank you so much. My main brother, CY. CY, we're taking Enugu State back. Don't worry. Odia Onwuchekwa. Oma Ezra. Salute. These are my Canadian sisters. Norbert Okoli. Nicholas Okoye. Chudi Patrick Obio Fuma. Oluwadele Bolutife. Thank you so much. Thank you. Mary Dumuje. Ndubisi Okoli. You know, a lot of people say, you know what, this thing you're doing is a waste of time. Forget about it. You know, people will not support you, but I've had tremendous support in all networks. Ndubisi Okoli, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Nekme Obasogi. Nekme is our top blogger here in Canada, Toronto, Canada. And Nekme did a wonderful interview with me. She's interviewed a lot of other people. I like her because she goes to the root of the matter and gets the story to you. Thank you, Nekme. Tunde Bolanta, Elizabeth Ozodi. Oh, thank you so much, Elizabeth. Soki Wahiwala, Inorino Idemudia, thank you so much. Victoria Shinya Uwe. Hey, Vicky Cash, thank you. Dambelo Shehu Yabo. Engineer Mo Ikewanu. Oga Engineer, thank you very much. Obu Stanley, Obinayo Rakma, I already called you guys. Thank you so much. Just stay tuned. I'm gonna roll out the plans that I have for Enugu State very soon, but it has to line up with the plans that our party platform has for Nigeria. We are not in a hurry. We are not out there to just make noise or to do a do or die a thing. No. We are calculated, we are cool, we are purposeful, we're taking our time, we're understanding the situation, and when we take our decision, we're going to take a right decision. It may not be the popular decision, but it's the decision that is credible. It is the decision that we know that has been crafted by people who have good heads on their shoulder, not people who have been tainted with blood money, not people who have stolen our country's money, not people who have raped our country dry. We will not have anything to do with such people. We will never succumb to them. Take it back on Moyele Shore, Chidinwanyanwu, and every other person who is part of the Take It Back movement. We will not succumb to you. Which money you want to give me? Who send you? We don't see money, forget. All right. From Toronto, this has been Chidi, taking our country back from these thieves. And well done. Bye-bye.